Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ben, Gangsta Puffs, and
James.
And we are finally back. If you don't know us, we like to review some of these new Disney Star Wars projects that have been coming out. We started with The Mandalorian. We've had a lot of fun reviewing that show. We are back once again to record Book of Boba Fett because we had to do it.
Oh yeah.
First, we're gonna do a little non-spoiler, get our first reactions from the first episode, and then after that, we'll go full-on spoilers. Just talk about all the stuff that we liked and didn't like specifically about the episode.
All right.
So, welcome, guys. Let's get to it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so like Ben said, we're gonna keep it short and brief and just kind of just be a little bit vague about it. Obviously, if you haven't seen it, we don't want to spoil it for you. It's something you want to experience firsthand, and then you can come back and check out the spoilers. Yeah. So we're just gonna the broad strokes of what we liked, what we were impressed, maybe what we weren't too crazy about. If we're not getting too detailed, and we'll give our rating, something out of 10 once again the first episode, which is called Stranger in a Strange Land.
Stranger in a Strange Land. That's right. I totally forgot about there's a title. I totally forgot there was a title for this episode. I feel like my initial takeaway was that it was great. However, when I did have issues, like while I was watching it, I was calling things out. There's just one big issue especially I had with it. It's just it could be considered a nitpick. There are little things like that throughout the episode that you can be like, well, why is this the thing? Or why did they choose this? And so for that reason, it's not amazing. I feel like The Mandalorian, the first episodes have been like really solid and satisfying.
Yeah.
And I feel like this first episode doesn't quite hit that mark. We get to see an explanation as to how Boba got out of that Sarlacc. They go into that a little bit. They go into kind of the immediate aftermath of that, and so seeing that was really interesting because that's what we've all wanted to see, right?
Yeah.
That's been like the biggest Boba Fett question you could ask is what the hell happened after he got knocked silly by Han Solo into that little pit, into that monster stomach. I gave it like an 8 out of 10 initially, and I'm just gonna stick with that because that's what that was my initial thought. So 8 out of 10 was my initial.
Decent start. So I'm gonna rate this a 7 out of 10. I know I'm being a little bit more negative. I just think there was a little bit of some pacing issues. Some stuff that we wanted to explore is just done in 5 seconds, and then other things kind of take a lot longer, and I feel like they kind of drag the pacing a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're getting two different stories concurrently. It's like the main plot and then a flashback, and in both
origin
of them,
story almost.
Yeah,
not really, but
in two different situations in Boba's life, and as the title of the episode, he's a stranger in a strange land. In both of them, he's a fish out of water in these both situations, and we see how he's dealing with it and what surprises come out of that. But I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Not my favorite. There wasn't a lot of twists and turns.
A little formulaic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's our little initial thoughts, guys. If you want to hear us get more in depth, we're about to do that. If you haven't seen the episode, go watch it, man. We don't want to spoil nobody. Go watch the episode, come back, and join us for some spoilers. But thank you for watching so far.
Pause it here. You know what? Go watch it, and we're gonna wait here.
Yeah.
Awkwardly for 48 minutes, 45 minutes.
Talk. Yeah, because it is not the longest episode ever. I was really thinking it was gonna be a whole hour.
Oh yeah,
and then
it was about 45 minutes.
So we'll be here.
So how's your New Year's gonna be?
I mean, hopefully pretty good.
Yeah, all right.
That's the dream, You want to pop some champagne. I don't know.
I'm gonna be starting to hit the gym this week.
Maybe some confetti. I don't know. Get a little crazy with some confetti.
A little cray-cray.
Ben ended up discovering he had COVID the next day and therefore did not go cray-cray for New Year's. And James needs to get tested.
All right, we're back.
So, spoilers. Let's go more in depth on what you just said about how they just touch upon this question that we have been asking for so long. How did Boba get out of the Sarlacc pit?
So, that's a question that has, over 30 years of just been simmering in people's minds, and there's been different novels, exploring this. So people wanted to see that in live action,
Yes.
And it's just in 5 seconds it's done. And
Pretty
I felt
much.
like you guys could have built that up a little bit. This is a big moment in Boba's life. this is a life or death situation, and it's just.
Yeah, when I watched it initially, I was kind of satisfied. But when I rewatched it, I was like, you're right, it's so fast. It's like the first minute and a half, if not 2 minutes, something like that. There's not a lot of detail, and there's even things that I can nitpick at because, like, he flamethrowers his way out of the side. He does use the oxygen from the other stormtrooper, which is cool. It shows that he's, like, smart. And then or resourceful. And then he uses his fire flamethrower to get out the side, to burn a hole through it, to get into the sand. Okay, but then he's in the sand, and then we don't get to see that at all. We just see him pop up, and then he's out. I don't know. You're right. It goes by way too fast, and I felt like there should have been I feel like it should have almost been like a horror movie, like the scene from Game of Thrones. You're not gonna know this, but when Jon Snow's in the Battle of the Bastards, where he's getting like trampled and like suffocating, and like you feel like you're suffocating. I feel like it should have been much more like of a inclusive experience. Like you're right here with him. You're in the belly of the thing. Like you're struggling to survive, and then he gets out. That's just me like wanting to go over the moon though, and like that's the perfect situation.
Yeah, I know that they wanted to brush past that and get started on the story. Yeah, I comprehend that, but we could have spent another 4 or 5 minutes in there.
Yeah, exactly.
He tries something, it didn't work. He goes over here, he can't get out. Like, he's trying things, just kind of make him sweat under that helmet a little bit.
Exactly.
But it was just so quick.
It's like he knew exactly what to do. He's like, I've been planning this forever. I knew this was going to happen one day.
Lucky for me, I got this flamethrower.
I knew it was going to happen one day, baby. I have my perfect anti-Sarlacc flamethrower. Other than that, like, we get, like, some fight scenes. We get Fennec and him, like, starting their little empire business.
He's better now. He's been in the back to pot, so he's looking a little bit more normal. I wonder if that's a purposeful thing. Like, he's trying to purposely look more healthier. Huh. Or it's just like, it'll be cheaper on makeup department for filming.
Or it's in his contract. Like, I'm not going to be sitting in a makeup chair for, 6 hours. And we see a Trandoshan. We see these different aliens come in and, like, pay tribute. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, the Trandoshan had a Wookiee pelt. That was legends nuts. Right there because Trandoshans hunt Wookiees.
I didn't even figure that was the first time I watched it, that was a Wookiee skin that he's carrying. I thought it was like some sort of carpet or something. But we get this fight in the streets. We get him getting friendly with different businesses, trying to like gain reputation, trying to rule by respect instead of fear, like he says Jabba does. So that's good. He's trying to change things up a little bit. But at the same time, I just wish he was an asshole and just a scoundrel.
I think he's going to go that route. He's trying to be the nice guy, but, like the song says, he's going to eventually, No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Nice Boba. Because they're kind of like questioning him a lot. And then it ends, since we're in spoiler talk, they try to have like a little assassination attempt towards the end. He gets his ass whipped, and he just got beat right in the middle of the street. Like, is this your new crime boss? Like cue Eric Killmonger here. Like, my boy just got his ass kicked so easily, so quickly. Such a departure from the badass that came and reclaimed his armor on Tython in Mandalorian Season 2. This one, they just get the drop on him. They shock him.
Just these nobodies.
Yeah, and we, at the time, we're like, why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? Why didn't he, like...
My biggest thing is, why didn't he just jetpack out of the circle that they enclosed him in? Unless somebody explicitly said that he was out of fuel or his jetpack was malfunctioning, jetpack out of there, bro. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? That's what makes you such a cool and different character, is that you have this jetpack, so fucking use it. Sorry, excuse my language. But come on.
I forgot to fill up the tank in the morning. Like, what? Why didn't he do that?
Damn, Biden, the prices are too high. Don't have the credits.
For me, he uses the Fett rocket, which is awesome, by the way. They're bringing back the fact that Fett has a rocket on his wrist, because it was kind of left up in the air with Mandalorian, because he had a whistling birds. Like, so is that what Boba has too? Because it looks the same. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we finally get the answer. Boba shoots rockets,
and he blows himself up in the face.
But he's like, he does a rookie move. It's like, is that the first time you shoot a rocket, bro? He shoots right directly at the force field, which of course the impact. Shoot at their feet, blow their shins off.
Nobody wins in that situation.
Yeah, so two questionable tactics here.
I like seeing Fennec though, like do her own thing, like be his wingman, be his
ride
like,
or die.
Yeah, be his like scout. Like, these motherfuckers just attacked me. Go get their information. Go write down their insurance information.
But bring one alive.
I like that too, because that's a bounty hunter thing. Dead or alive. You gotta tell me which one.
Yeah, and they need to get info, like who sent you.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting to find out. I feel like the mayor's involved.
Yeah, me too. It's the fucking mayor, man. I gotta say, here's where I'm gonna get nitpicky. I just do not like Robert Rodriguez's directing style. It's very Power Rangers-y. I've mentioned that last year with the when he directed the Mandalorian episode
where Boba came back.
Yeah, the tragedy. It comes off very cheesy and very flat. I think the angles really suffer a lot. They're very year one film student, if I may sound, a little pretentious here, but it could have been done a little bit more engaging.
I definitely agree. There's something off about it in the shots, and it does feel just too, like you said, campy.
Yeah,
that's
very
a good word.
campy.
That's a good word for it.
And bad angles. There's an angle that, they're really proud of it, where Tamora Morrison does this famous Maori,
and he smashes one of the.
And the armor's all rubbery right here. I'm like,
you see it crunch, like you see it like fold in, and you're like, no, that's not how that's not. No.
It's just for a second, so the average viewers, you're not gonna see it. But it bugged me because I would have gone a different angle. I would have done a different angle. That's my biggest gripe. Is I do think the directing, the cinematography was pretty weak, at least compared to, like, once again, we're spoiled with like Mandalorian episodes, and they've had some amazing directors in that show. So
it's kind of cool that everybody gets a turn, and we don't know. We're a little confused as to whether it's gonna just be Robert Rodriguez.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna have different. I hope so. Yeah. I hope so, because I'm just not the biggest.
We have love for Robert, but maybe not when it comes to Boba Fett. Maybe not when it comes to Star Wars in general.
Yeah, I love what he did with Sin City. I think that's about it that I personally like from him.
But anyway, we haven't even talked about the desert people at all, the sand people, and that whole. Because there's like two different stories, like you said. There's these flashback scenes that he's having right after getting out of the Starlight Pit, and there's him now trying to be the crime boss. But back in the day when he just got out of the Starlight, he's starting to learn. He gets like enslaved by the sand people, and we get to see this cool like interaction. We get to see a little bit more of like the sand people's society, their hierarchy, things like that. We get glimpses into it, and that was really neat because I've always thought the sand people were pretty interesting.
If I had to like make a theory, so we're seeing two different concurrent timelines in his life, when he got his armor stolen and now he's shackled, and then now him being a crime boss. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's gonna be the Last Samurai type of situation, Dances with Wolves. Like he's brought in as an outsider, as a slave, but then he starts learning getting their respect, and then they kind of just, he becomes an equal to them. So that's where I feel like it's going, and he's gonna learn to
because he kills that giant alien thing, which I thought was terrifying, but we both thought also seems like it doesn't belong.
It was very Mortal Kombat.
Maybe if it wasn't CGI. Maybe if the entire thing wasn't CGI, maybe if some of it was like a puppet or something, I think I would respect it more and like it more. It would feel more real. Yeah. But the fact that it's just this CGI thing with arms and it's giant and it's like, I don't know, something about it like was way over the top for me, and I was like, all right, like they're just trying to let the wow factor overshadow the fact that it's not that creative.
One thing is, I think we both agree on this, is put the damn helmet on.
Oh yeah.
Put the damn
Yes.
It bugs, man. It's been bugging me for months seeing the trailers. Like, he's never wearing the damn helmet.
Like when he went into to get his tributes, or went to go make his connections with the Twi'leks or whatever business they were running, he just walks in there with his helmet on, and it would have looked so much cooler. Like that when you're wearing that thing, it demands respect. It's like mysterious. It's kind of like it's foreboding. It causes like caution. Like you're like, oh. What I don't know what to expect. Like, what is this? Like, it's kind of scary. But when you're just a bald dude with a bunch of scars walking in, like, I mean, he's a tough looking dude, so you'd be a little scared. But I think the helmet does way more.
Yeah, I mean,
for him and the character.
And just for practicality's sake, if you're the new crime boss and you're gonna make criminals, or somebody's not gonna respect you,
enemies like Spider-Man, bro, hide your identity, bro.
Yeah, and you know what? There may be somebody up on a window that may want to try to take a cheap shot at you. Beskar, protect your dome there, buddy. So that's a little annoying.
Yeah. We wish there was much more helmet wearing.
Yeah. Put the damn helmet on.
Hopefully he will in the next ones. But all in all, thank you guys for watching. This has been our short little... I didn't want it to be too long. Just get into it, and then we're going to be here doing this every week, hopefully. Well, I mean, schedule provided, we can work it out to record every week. We're going to be back here to record some more and talk about Boba Fett with you guys. You know, me and James love Star Wars. We love talking about it. We love really nerding out and getting in depth. So let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you thought of the episode. Was it good? Did it meet your expectations? Did you think it could be better here or there? We would love to hear it. Write it down in the comments. And Like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it. And I'm excited for more. It was a decent first episode, so
I'm definitely excited for the next one. I'm like, okay, sometimes you just got to get that first episode, like, obligatory stuff out of the way. Yeah. But now let's move on. We left off with him getting beaten in the streets, which cannot be good for your look, for your reputation. So we're going to see that. And then now he's going to start that relationship with the Tusken Raiders. So once again, he's now starting to evolve in both of them.
It's a climb up on both sides of his story. So it's cool. It's got that parallel. So, but again, thank you guys for watching. I've been Ben, Gangsta Puffs.
James.
And we'll see you on Chapter 2, baby. I don't know what it's going to be called. And I don't know who's directing it. But we'll see.
Cheers, folks.
Cheers, guys. Happy New Year, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
We're recording this a day before. This is New Year's Eve. No, tomorrow's New Year's Eve. And then it's New Year's. So, Happy New Year's, guys. But next time we'll see you, it'll be 2022. Let's all try and not die.
Cheers.